Right. Some time ago, there was a threat, I think probably in the Daily Mail, that Margaret Thatcher should be awarded a state funeral when she dies. And there was this evoked some controversy, and then it seemed to die down, and I thought, well, there's no danger of that. But since the last election, I think there's a severe danger of that. So
we all want to make sure she's actually dead.
right, so
the state funeral would kind of...
this song,
put a lid on it.
so this poem,
Just depends on the state funeral for the dying. We can have a party.
right,
Yeah.
That's
When she
what
really
a state
does
funeral
this
is.
poem is a response to that.
Excellent, sorry.
Right, and it's called No Sodding State Fucking Funeral for the Wicked Witch of the West. No sodding state fucking funeral when that wicked witch is dead. Get out your instruments and tune them all. We'll have a street party instead. We'll blow 'em and bang 'em and clack 'em. If anyone's seen mourning, we'll fuck 'em with a cunt correction course. When the news comes early one morning that the bastardess died in the night, we'll all celebrate the first dawning of a world in a Thatcherless light. We'll put out the flags before lunchtime, start drinking as soon as we're done. Eat a Tina sandwich with lime on, then go out on the town and have fun. We'll dance down the streets in a conga, just going round every big roundabout. We'll sing the old song a bit longer. Maggie out! Maggie out! Maggie out! We'll fill every street with long tables and load them with high VAT. Write about full employment as fables. Give out interest rate rises for free. We'll stuff a blue dress with right nonsense and give it a daft straw hat and a handbag without any conscience, though there is no such thing as that. Well, in the town square we'll build a big bonfire to burn the blue effigy and show the dead cunt she's a liar and that this is society. I've got a sheepdog. She's got more. You got more than one? Or just three? Well, I've only got one, and his name is Crab. And people often ask me why he's called Crab, right? But you'll find out why.
Crab on the site.
Right. The Diary of Crab the Cur, after the style of the great dog diarist Sir Samuel Pepys's dog Montague. Introduction. I am His Highness's dog at Kew. Pray tell me, sir, whose dog are you? In this manner did Alexander, that most celebrated and literary spaniel of his former glorious majesty King Charles II, famously commence his great work, the Book of Doggerel. I believe that I should begin in like manner. I am David's dog at Kenton. His merits be too great to mention. Lest it be thought that this be but a currish piece of base flattery to ensure that my supply of bone and biscuit be not curtailed, let me assure you that my master David Turner be a much accomplished poet and player of the croquet, a scientist of such enthusiasm that he doth deserve, though he hath not yet been offered, the honour of being appointed a member of the Royal Society. A master so widely read and fond of the plays that I am sure no other dog can claim such an excellent literary education. However, he be also an indifferent player of the recorders and an even more indifferent singer. Except when he doth perform in duet with me that most delightful ballad, How Much Is That Doggy in the Window, when it seems that the excellence of my performance of the 8 notes of my part doth inspire him to a tolerably good rendition. He is also of excellent and well-matured vintage, but upon occasion he doth display some distemper, and is as such the first secretary of the Kenton Grumpy Old Man Society. Like his great hero Sir Samuel Pepys, my master has a somewhat quixotic nature. Pepys did honourably name his dog after his great patron Edward Montague, Earl of Sandwich, in order that he might always be reminded that a man may be among the mightiest in the kingdom one day, and nothing better than a dog the next. My master in his eccentricity hath named me after our most foulsome and odorous cur that did take a part in one of the plays that William Shakespeare, another gentleman, if he be entitled to such a title, that hath more fancy than sense, a play that he wrote for public exhibition upon a stage. This was a cur that thought nothing of farting under the Duke's table at the Duke's banquet, or pissing upon a lady's dress, or stealing pig's trotters from the marketplace. To prevent the cur from being whipped or hanged for this, his master was perforce obliged to go into the stocks or submit himself to whipping. This name that he hath given me being so great an indignity to bestow upon a dog of honour, a dog that hath noble breeding from the great line of English border collies, I am greatly resolved that my master, despite his many merits, shall suffer in like manner. And to this end I do intend to do my utmost endeavour to inflict the like fate upon this master of mine, be he ever so accomplished and well thought of among men of education. And for the future education of my family's descendants, write and publish my doings and accomplishments in this diary. It seems appropriate that I should begin this journal in the year of the shepherd, I being a shepherd dog, even though my master hath no sheep of his own, and does live by his wits, and whatever sundry salaries he can obtain from Her Majesty's government. For those young curs that count the days and years by the calendar of that great stealer of days, Pope Gregory XIII, I will attempt to explain the ancient calendar of Canius. The calendar of Canius, the great Roman imperial dog astronomer, works thus. The year be divided into 12 months, each month being alternately 30 or 29 days, since Canius had discovered by his great wit and understanding that the moon doth go about the earth every 29.5 days. However, he hath also noted that the earth do go about the sun every 365.25 days. This being so, the 12 months of the moon do make but 354 days of the year's account, so there remains each year 11 days that can be claimed by no month. These days are the dog days of the year, a time of feasting, merriment and disorder, that be ruled over not by the royal king, but by the lord of misrule. Likewise, he hath named the months of the year after dogs, and since the life of a dog be but 15 years, Canius divided time into little epochs of 15 years, these also being called after dogs. Since this year be most extraordinary, in that the new year doth fall as soon as may be after the solstice, it is thought by all astrologers and seers that this will be a great year for dog kind. This great event doth occur but very rarely in the life of dogs. The cycles of moon and sun are a great mystery and of great length, and this event, when both sun and moon are fully seen at the time of solstice, doth occur only once every 29,500 years. This be indeed an auspicious year, upon which to commence my account of the days of dog, a new age indeed in the history of dog kind, and one which for my part I do fully intend to record as accurately and as honestly as I am able.